We're back.
We are back.
That's right.
This is Mama Said.
That's right.
Mama
Listen to your mama.
Only it took us 7 tries to get this going?
17, but
Yeah. Oh
no
my
one's
gosh. This is what happens when we don't see each other for so long.
It's exactly right.
Yeah.
We had a little breakup.
Did we?
Well, it just seems
kind
like,
of, yeah.
Yeah. We didn't break up, but there was a podcasting break.
There was. And speaking of that, first off, apologies to all of those that were waiting on us. I don't know about you, but I did get one text.
Yes.
And she,
Yep.
Kaden is her name. Mm-hmm. She's like, what am I supposed to listen to on my Tuesday?
I know. I'm so sorry.
I know. I was like,
it was my fault, really.
It was.
It was a scheduling situation and my fault.
But we shouldn't have waited till last minute.
Nope. That's why procrastinating is not a good thing, kids and adults.
No, just go ahead and do it.
Yes.
Go ahead and do it.
Get your lives together.
Oh.
Well, we
go.
have some, I feel like for our fans and my family and friends and those that love me, I want to say thank you for reaching out because I did have a very traumatic week. Everyone, if you don't know, I was mauled by 2 spiders that shot out of my mailbox and I almost died.
Yeah. Could you please tell me a little bit more? Walk me through it. How big were the spiders? Were they the size of your fist or the tip of your pinky finger?
A fist. Let's be real. I mean, no one's scared of a spider the size of their pinky.
So they were tarantulas?
Yes.
Okay.
Very hairy.
Yeah.
When you can define each hair, they're large spiders.
Okay.
Okay.
What about the poor child that was seated close to the mailbox? Is she okay?
She was fair game. I just feel like it's one of those survival situations where it's do I save the one or myself and the other 2? So it was really about saving the majority of the family and the one that was closest to the situation, to the attack. It was just, she just had to go. Yeah.
Yes. She volunteered as Tribune. Or actually, I take that. You volunteered her as Tribune.
Yes, 100%. That's kind of the way it works in our family. I just feel like that's what's best for us.
That's
it's not
nice.
everybody's.
Gosh.
I don't know about everybody. If you have a mailbox, come spring-ish, it's getting warmer, things are coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They are.
So they must have cocooned or.
Yeah, I don't know
what the word is, but they made their nest like Charlotte.
Yes.
And then Charlotte had her babies and left.
Yes. And the babies made their new home in the mailbox. There was more cobwebs than there was mail. Okay. Gosh. So it was you had to break your hand through the cobwebs to get to the mail. And then they scurried. And then they felt they were you know what? No, this is our home. You're an intruder. It's attack time. So that's when they sprang into action.
Yeah.
And that's when my fox scream shrilled. Then Celia shrilled, and I was like, shut the mailbox. I don't want that mail in here. Let's go.
Yeah, and we did post this video on our Coaching Caffeine and Comedy Facebook page, but we'll probably just have to repost that because people want to see this.
I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be on, National Geographic or a couple of those Discovery channels because this is a real life scenario.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was, yeah.
I'm so glad you were here with us today.
I am just been so thankful for everybody.
And so blessed.
Yes, so blessed.
Somebody was looking after you.
Yes. Celia did have some fast reactions, but I also feel like there were some angels that stepped in.
The great part about this is spiders, they don't really bother me. They're squash. Letty, on the other hand, there was a little black fuzzy spider bebopping through our kitchen the other day, and Tripp's like, squash him. And Letty scooped it up.
Nope.
And she's like, you're going to be my friend.
Oh, that's so wrong.
And I was like, oh, Letty.
No,
yikes.
she can't come over anymore.
Yikes.
Yeah, Celia's that way. She's when she was little, she would just let him climb on her arms and whatever.
Yeah.
Nope. But these ones, they would have broke her arm. And these were huge, massive.
Gosh. Speaking of critters, your kids are probably out of the pet stage and finding little things to keep inside their house.
Yeah. I think we're past. I hope
we are into the roly-poly.
Oh, okay.
And moth.
Oh no, those
stage.
Are gross.
Yeah, so Tripp actually had a moth that he was holding captive in his desk.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and so we had a little pet moth until it suffocated to death.
Oh,
so it was rough, but we found some more. There are a lot of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
They poop everywhere, by the way.
Oh yeah, because those little black things, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're gross.
Yuck.
Or they leave their feathery, what
The
wings?
dust.
Yes,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad to be back in studio. If you're first-time listeners, this is Coaching Caffeine and Comedy. I'm your host, Hayley Kobza.
And I'm Lena.
And this is so fun. We're going to do this episode today, just the two of us.
Keeping castles in the sky.
Yeah. Because this is like almost marks a year that we started this together.
Yes.
Because I started it in like January, December, and then you came along because it wasn't that long ago on our Time Hop, or not Time Hop, that's pretty old.
Okay.
Like the news feed, and it was us interviewing Jeff Holtis and
That other guy.
the other guy.
Yep.
And I was like, oh my gosh, we've been together for a year. So far, so well.
This is our recordiversary.
Oh, good.
You know,
Good word.
I
Good
can
word.
just throw them together.
And so much has changed since then. So let's
much.
just like go off of each other, the things that have changed since we first started.
My weight has not. Oh, you want to go with the things that have. Okay, sorry. Same weight. Okay.
That's a lie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
New studio.
New stickers, new merch.
We get our own, or whatever this stuff is, our own equipment.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 comedy shows, 2 sold out.
Yes. And great friendship.
Great.
I mean, we were like cool before.
Yeah.
But now we're like,
It's a union.
we're family.
It's a union of trust and
Yep.
love.
I think I'm on your wheel. You're on mine.
Oh, let's.
Okay.
let's-
Little
yeah,
much. Okay. At least my kids are.
Championship volleyball team.
Okay.
Yeah, wearing my team shirt right now.
What else has happened?
She's
since
wearing her
then?
second place shirt.
Some we have sponsorships.
Oh, sweet Lord,
Who
we
would
do.
have thought that a year ago today that like people would want to give us money
I know.
to put their name out there?
My parents didn't think so.
Yeah, mine either.
I still
Clay's
question
like,
it.
I'm confused on where we're going with this podcast. Like, I told you to do this to make money, and,
Yes. And
now you're just taking time.
You've donated a year of your life.
Yes, and now you like get up there and embarrass yourself, and but the sponsorships, huge thank you to those. So let's
Yes. El Puerto.
El Porto.
Okay, she says it like
oh,
that.
Sorry.
Tomato.
Wild Ass Soap.
Which I just found them the actual location.
Wait, you went out there without me?
Yeah, but I didn't go. I didn't get to go in because I was like.
Oh, you were
delivering
just driving around?
I was driving around. I
Okay.
wanted to go.
I have their deodorant on right now. Speaking of their deodorant, so Clay's work shirts, I wash them separately because they kind of have like a
Yes.
funny smell anyways,
Yep.
and I don't want that smell to soak into my clothes. And so I washed them, and like, of course, I smell them after because that's what a creep I am.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do these smell so good? Like, what is this smell?
It's the deodorant.
It's the deodorant. It like soaks in.
That's amazing.
It's so nice.
Oh.
And I have a friend whose brother-in-law loves it so much. And she's like, could you please buy him 12 sticks? So I got to call him up.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Cause he doesn't live here. He lives in Omaha. So
Oh,
he's
well,
got to
yeah.
make sure he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Great deodorant.
Yes. So sponsors.
Yep.
Our volleyball teams. Like we don't even have
yeah.
to say like champion and second place. Just that we had 2 teams.
But you just said it.
Oh, it's categorized in my brain that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like whatever.
Our women's Wednesdays.
Yes.
Yes.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Let's go back to that here in a second though. Cause we
Yes.
still have one more person, Jolt and Joe's.
Jolton Joe's.
Huge thank you, Jody and Joe.
Yeah. Hello, shot in the dark. A little
yeah.
bit of heaven.
Ooh, here lately I've been on this like where I don't care about my life and health kick. And so I
Yeah.
just go for the mocha mud frappe with peanut butter.
Oh, what?
It's so good with almond milk. So then it takes off
Oh,
like
here we
50
go.
calories, right?
Yeah. And
but
no
it's
irritable
so
bowel
good.
syndrome.
Yeah. No.
No quick trips to the restroom.
Nope.
With an upset stomach.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Fun things. And we're really like spotlighting community because like as we pop to different restaurants and maybe like we're working out some things for this summer, you know,
Yeah.
like, but we're tweaking. But someone said to me, like stopped me the other day and said, I love how you are showcasing McCook. And I was like, I hadn't even thought it. Like I just hadn't put it in my brain that way. And so it's so nice to have somebody else's like take on it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what in our minds we were doing, but I didn't think of it that way as like, that's the way it would appear to the outside.
Right.
You know, because we're like supporting small business, we're supporting each other, we're supporting women, we're getting out there and just like, come as you are. Yeah. Join us around the table.
Yes. Yeah. Everyone's invited to our table. Yeah. So Women's Wednesday has been huge.
It has been huge.
I love it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but Adam really messed up our brains with the fish.
Oh, yeah.
Then Bill messed up my brain with the shrimp tacos.
I
wanted
should
them
have
for
got
breakfast.
those.
I wanted them for breakfast.
I should have got those. But I will say I got the cashew chicken, which when I brought that home, my husband's like, this isn't an Italian dish. Yeah. I'm like, well, I know, but this is a special for us.
Yeah.
It was so good. Leftover day 2.
Oh, that's usually the way to go with those kinds of things.
Man, I was like, this is delicious. You put a cashew in anything for me, and I'm like, game on.
Except your shoe.
Yeah.
That's probably
Awkward. I've heard a penny in the shoe, not a cashew.
That's why I said. You said put it in anything. Mm-hmm. But I didn't have any leftovers, obviously.
Yeah, you ate all yours. But that tiramisu.
Stop it.
So good.
Redonkulous. Now I could probably have that for breakfast tomorrow.
My mother introduced me to tiramisu. And I've been a lover ever since.
Yeah, that stuff is good. Anything with some coffee in it. The wonderful.
So good.
Okay, so another thing we have to talk about is the men's versus Lady Knights volleyball team.
Oh my heavens.
The announcing
was great. I'm going to say right now, if you're in the community, well, you know what? Even if you're within like a tri-county area.
65-mile radius.
Yeah, and if you weren't there, you never want to miss this. And I've decided we're going to make this an annual thing. It's going to be the last Friday. Everyone mark your calendars for 2024.
Mark it.
The last Friday of April. Every year we're going to do this.
Yep.
It was so fun. Now, if we would have lost, I don't know if I would have been saying the same thing.
True. Well, I mean, my lover lost, so it's a little awkward for me.
It was so great. And the roster, if you guys weren't there, there was Jake Coble, Matt Weimers, Nick Nothnagel, Josh Cherry,
Matt Chitwood,
Ty Piner, Tim Miller, and I'm missing one more. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing one more. Come on.
Chitwood, Miller, Coble, Weimers,
Piner,
Nothnagel,
Chitwood, Miller.
Oh, Quigley. Yes.
Quigley.
Yeah, you can't miss him. He had the most fans. Like that. His family was like, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
We're supporting.
It was great. I mean, even just watching the men and their nonverbals for me was...
There was a lot of nonverbal because there was zero communication. And it was like... I don't feel like they took their pre-workout. They did not have their energy drinks.
I feel like they got there too soon, maybe, because they did the full hour warm-up.
That was a sneeze.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like a full hour warm-up, and maybe they should have just waited for like and done like a 10, 15.
Yeah, save it. Save it for a game.
Maybe just some like dynamic stretches and then rocked and rolled.
Yes. When you're over 35, all that extra stuff is just taking away from your game. Yeah. And there was a lot of takeaways from the game.
Yeah. But how we did it, it was great. So we had our normal announcer, Sean Knoll. He announced the game. And then Lena.
Special commentary.
Beautiful. She kind of did the color.
Yes.
And it was hilarious.
Somebody stopped me at the softball game yesterday. Somebody who's been to both of our comedy shows. And he was like, I needed a little more, but it was so good. He goes, it made it so funny.
You know what would be even better? We could take it one notch further.
Yep.
We've learned this. We could get somebody to sponsor it and it can be on the radio.
Yes.
And you could just do it.
No, I need Sean. I need his knowledge about choked on an ice cube. But yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I was so nervous to like know how much to add in. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
But Jake said he couldn't hear any of it during the game.
Because he was so invested.
Yes. But then after he watched it 4 times to critique himself, he was able to hear every word I said.
It was great.
Yes, it was so
great.
Mm-hmm.
What else is new?
So that's good. We're wrapping up like school years, and there's graduations, and there's showers, and there's also birthdays. And we did a spontaneous birthday gram.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yes.
That was great.
So I've had people reach out. So
No way.
Yes, so we did our gigglograms. People are wanting birthday grams.
And we just did that because we both knew the person. It was at our Women's Wednesday, and we're like, oh, and I was like, I saw this on Facebook.
Yeah,
it's
her
Missy's birthday.
Yeah. So we threw together a birthday song to the theme of Barbie Girl.
Yes.
And it was beautiful.
It was great.
Yes.
It was great. She had no idea.
Nope. We walked by. We didn't even make eye contact when we walked by her, pretending we were leaving. And then it was like, boom, shakalaka.
Here we come.
Happy birthday.
Here we come.
Coaching caffeine and comedy style.
Yes, it was good.
It was super fun.
Yeah. So like Lena said, if anybody ever wants us to come out and embarrass you for your friend, not you, a friend for
Loved
like
one.
a quick 5 minutes.
Yep.
We'll be there.
It's quick. Kind of like your love life. But anyways, not everybody's, of course.
Oh gosh.
Ew, geez.
Lena, this is a
I'm
family
back.
show.
I know, but I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
so
is
you
it.
just need like a little innocence of it. You know, we're keeping it in. So anyways, so we're wrapping up school years, like all the fun of summer. You know, the weather's starting to agree with us. People are going to be getting out and about, you know, outside. I spent the full day over at the JC complex on Saturday. And you know what was so beautiful about it? MCC men's baseball going on. 14U softball going on. 10U softball going on. It was like every field was busy.
I love
tons
it.
of family, tons of the energy, like the music from
Right.
all the different fields. It was so much fun. And it was a beautiful day. The wind wasn't blowing 80 miles an hour, so I wasn't eating dirt and I didn't have to like clean out my teeth when we got done. And it wasn't like 52 degrees.
And shout out, because that was a big game for MCC baseball that day.
Oh,
so they won.
yes, they did.
And they played on that Friday before, which was it was like the semi sub regionals, I guess. So they've won. It was a 2 out of 3 series.
Oh, okay.
They won both. They
Nice.
won game 1, game 2, and now they are headed to Colorado Springs.
Fabulous.
Yes, for regionals. So shout out to them.
Well, my girls did the same thing.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I know, the little 10 U's took away
Yeah.
2 W's, and then Vivi's sweet team got a tie, 12 to 12, 12 runs.
Oh,
for
that's
both
pretty
teams.
good.
Yeah, and
That's
then
pretty
got
good.
a W for their second.
Yeah.
So it was like so, and regardless, like we've had the conversation 100 times with our girls. It's not about wins and losses. It's
Yeah.
not. It's they are both blessed to have some really great groups of coaches because it's never just one, but like they have some great coaches that are trying to make them better people and also give them the skills of softball.
Yeah, I like summer sports.
Yeah, it's fun.
Unless it's too hot. I don't know. My skin's so
Oh, yeah.
pale. I just, it's tough to go outside.
Gotta be careful. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of sunblock needed
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, I dropped my child off at the Holtis house today,
yep,
and it looked like maybe Jeff had went golfing.
Oh, Jake.
His
He had a tournament yesterday. Yeah,
his feet were like the color of my skin, and then his legs up were like. I was like, whoa!
Yikes.
Maybe put your slippers on.
It's hard for my eyes to adjust to the
white feet.
difference.
Yeah.
I sat by his wife yesterday for a little bit at the game, and she had their 2 littles, and it's like, you're going to be getting into this world in a little bit.
Yes.
My thing is find a balance. Don't have your summer jam packed with 120 whatevers.
Yep.
Let kids have some free play, some downtime. Find a good 6 weeks of that so kids can be kids.
Yep.
And not controlled by a schedule. They need a little bit of.
And that's when they grow.
Yes.
Yeah, they do other things.
Yeah, their creative thinking, their creative play. Like I love my girls still play farm. Yeah.
So what do you have on your summer agenda? Let's take me through it.
Okay, so
Because like me, I'm a planner. I know what I have until August 1st.
Jake has a current like possible aneurysm from all my questions of like, okay, when does this end? When does this do? Blah blah blah. I need to know. Our June will be a lot of softball on the weekends, not so much necessarily during the week. Tonight we have to go home and sign up for any like extras like camps. I think there's like a volleyball camp.
Oh yeah, still waiting. Haven't got your registration.
That's cool. That we need to sign up. So we'll sign up for a couple camps, and I like doing them at this age local. I'm not saying there's a lot of great ones out there. So we'll be done with school soon. Sign up for some camps. Have a couple Saturdays in June of softball, and maybe a few other days throughout there. Then our July is all about family and togetherness and free play and swimming pool. So the pool's getting filled as we speak.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we're going to take a look. My girls have never been to the Omaha Zoo.
I've heard this.
Yeah, I
And you're
know.
going.
That's going to be our vacation this year.
I love that.
A weekend in Omaha. One, I think it's important for kids to see the eastern side of the state. They really haven't been. I mean, they've been
Yeah.
a few quick trips for like whatever, but
Right.
so we're going to spend a couple days in Omaha. And my mom and I went flower shopping yesterday. So I have some flowers I need to plant. So I need to get outside. I love being outside.
Same.
I love, getting Jake and I, when we have time together, we get to go sit outside.
Do you
and have a
garden?
cup of coffee. Jake tore up my garden
Okay.
because he was frustrated with.
The lack of effort from you?
Okay. Well, I feel like effort's a strong word.
Oh, okay.
I
It's
feel
tough.
like-
It's tough to water them.
Yeah.
And
Have you
like-
ever picked beans, green beans?
Yeah.
Like
It's like
a-
asparagus. It just like grows. It's like,
Okay. Whoa. That seems. Okay.
yeah, it just needs.
It's a lot. And then I get the humidity. Okay. No, sneeze attack. Here we go. Just speaking of
back.
gardening causes people to have allergic reactions. It's a lot of freaking work. And the humidity. Okay, so they say you got to get up early, take care of your garden. Yeah, no joke. It's Nebraska. The humidity. It's almost like my skin becomes a sponge and like everything outside sticks to me.
Okay.
And it's disgusto. It's super gross.
So I know some deodorant you can get.
And I need some
you put it all
booze.
over your body.
I need an IV of body booze and the deodorant. And I just start melting. So by 9 a.m., I'm already so gross that I just want to be done for the day. I'm just delicate when it comes to heat and humidity.
Gosh,
yeah.
Here we go, Nancy.
Yes. So Jake tore up my garden, that old sucker of a bee. Uh-huh. So now I don't have a garden.
Well, that sounds like a great summer.
I loved, because first of all, one, I would put away sweet corn. I wouldn't even blanch my green beans. I would just freeze them. And then I'd put them in soups and casseroles and stuff.
After this, Jake is probably going to be out there like rototillering.
Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, yeah. He'll be like, all right, babe, if you want to do this.
That's true.
Let's
all
do it.
I want is some green beans, a couple jalapenos, and some potatoes. That's all I need.
Oh, I've never done potatoes.
They're so easy. And
Really?
you can do those in a mineral tub too if you want.
Oh,
but they're
okay.
2 plants and you're set.
Awesome. Good to know.
See?
Good to
now,
know.
Walk me through your life.
Get a notebook.
I got my planner. Okay,
I know, because we need to schedule our next time that we're going to hang out with each other.
That's why I brought it. Okay.
I brought mine too. So mine starts off the week after graduation at MCC, which is next Friday.
Okay.
Then I'm going to head to Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
I have a niece graduating. So
Congratulations,
Yep.
niece. What's her name?
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
And
Shout out, Taylor.
Taylor is so awesome. And she actually, I don't know what the scholarship is called, but she basically has a full ride to UNL.
Taylor.
She's going to be a doctor one day, so she's
Hey, girl.
intelligent.
Hey, I got something going on with my foot. I'm going to need you to look at, Taylor.
Yeah, so going to there, but then when I also go down there, I'm going a little bit longer. It's my sister. She's my best friend, and they're moving into their new house.
Oh, Emily, you're moving?
Yes, and so I'm going down to help pack.
It's nice.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, if you know of anybody that's moving, always offer to help.
Hell no!
Yes.
I cannot. No.
No?
Okay, yeah, I will offer to help move other people.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
what I'm
don't-
saying.
I don't ever want to move again and have to have somebody help me.
No, because it's just so much. And
is.
it's so stressful
It
on
is.
everybody. So
Yes.
headed down, going to help her move, do that.
Is she going to be on the north side of the trailer park or the east?
The east.
East side of the
and
trailer park.
it's a nice trailer park.
Is it?
It's got like a big garage and stuff.
Does it have a storm shelter?
Yeah.
Emily, you're living good, girl.
Yeah, beautiful home.
Congratulations.
Beautiful home.
Okay.
So successful. And then here I am, baby of the child. Anyways,
Yeah.
baby of the family. So doing that, then we'll come back and I have like 2 weeks to spare of like
Okay.
not doing much. Then we
we're
get into June.
We're into June.
We're going to talk with somebody here next week is his episode, Zach. And so
yes.
our vacation basically is going to go watch Zach run his 100-mile race in Wyoming.
Nice. Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
The great state of Wyoming. Go
Wyoming.
Zach.
And
Yep.
Trip and Letty really want to go to Wyoming because they think that's where all the buffalo roam.
Well,
so
yeah.
they're in South Dakota.
Yeah.
So we're going to go do that.
Yep.
And then after that weekend, it is Game On Volleyball Camp. So if you
that's
haven't
right.
signed up for volleyball camp,
Yep.
that is basically like 6 days of wildness for me.
Mm-hmm.
Starts Tuesday, ends the following Tuesday.
Yes.
7 days. Then we flip into July
Yep.
because then we're already done. Oh, take that back. Go back to June.
Yeah, we're back in June.
This second week of June,
Okay.
Letty is doing a little dance camp.
Go Letty.
Because she's really into dance and swim. So that's
Shake it.
Yep.
Yep.
And I do want to sign up for that YMCA Tumblr one. They have like a little gymnastic one.
Yeah, the Y used to be the place to go for gymnastics.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, when you think about that first, when you walk in where the track is, the ceilings are insanely high.
Oh.
So it can be a great place for tumbling.
Oh yeah. So
I mean, I don't know where they're doing it, but
yeah. So I think I'm going to sign both kids up for that.
yeah.
So then we're into July, and I got some baby wedding showers and all those intermingled in there
Yep.
too. But then I've just been asked to be a head coach for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Colorado State All-Star Volleyball Games. So
That's amazing.
I
Boom,
haven't for sure
shakalaka.
like set it in stone, but did get asked to do that. And then I go July. Oh gosh. I have a camp in Bird City.
Okay.
Before that, I think I have a convention with work, and then it's just we just intermingle. I try to take one day a week off in the summer.
Oh, nice. That's so
and
good.
then my volleyball girls move in August 30th, and then we have more volleyball camps August 31st, and then full on volleyball season.
Wait, your girls
Wait,
don't...
no.
Okay.
July 30th.
Yeah.
They move in July 31st. We have
Okay.
our Little Tots camp.
Yes.
So itsy bitsy spikers. And then we full on August 1st.
Here we go.
It'll be here before you know it.
I'm probably going to be housing some volleyball
Yeah,
players.
for sure.
Oh,
During
God, 'cause
camp
I
week.
have nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just make breakfast, cook meals, do whatever.
Yeah. Pack my lunch.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
a fun time.
Like, and as I have heard people talking, because I'm just getting into, it used to be like when my girls were little, everyone's like, how do you do it with 3 the same? I'm like, we don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to, like, your life is crazy when you're going to all this stuff. And now that we're just getting into the beginning of that, where we're going for sports or activities, whether it's music or whatever, as I watch other people, they're like, their one advice is make time for family, make time for those vacations, those trips, because I work alongside people and know people who all their kids are starting to graduate, and they're like, we put so much into these things that we didn't make time for the core of our family and,
Right.
and having vacations and stuff. So, and Jake and I have always been great about that, like making time for vacation, but now it's just that we have to always make sure we're thinking about it. Like when you just sit out your 3 months,
Yeah.
it's like, as we're looking at our 3 months, we're like, okay, when are we squeezing in that trip? Just the, 5
Right.
of us or, whatever.
My thing this summer I really want to do is to support other people, like other small people in
Yeah.
their sports, the same way that they do for like MCC volleyball. So
yeah.
I would like to go if anybody ever sends me a schedule
Yeah.
for softball games.
Yeah. Yeah. People send those out.
Yeah.
Post them on our Facebook page.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Great idea.
Yeah.
So like for my littles, we're not in the heat of things, but I would like for them to go watch other little kids.
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll do that as a family and in hopes, meet new people.
Well, and it's such a great way to spend, like, especially when the weather's not always the most pleasant, but it's such a great way to get outside.
Yep.
And we keep telling our girls over and most people know they get very limited technology stuff. They don't have a lot of that going on in their lives. So it's like, get outside. And now that it's nice and there's stuff to do, we can do that. Get outside.
I do challenge people. So like if you ever, I do this every time I go to a baseball game for MCC, which is like once a year.
Yep. Good
Because
job.
the weather. But like if you're going to watch somebody and you clearly are sitting next to some parents, I always do this. I did this at this Friday. I was like, which one's yours?
Yeah.
Go and talk to them just because then they're
Yes.
like, they know, I don't know. It's just like, it's interesting to see like how they act and cheer.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there was a kid, I was like, his parents must be right behind me. And it wasn't. They were just some good family friends. And then it was like, oh, they can,
Yeah.
you get to meet new people.
Yep.
Second, what if they're new to town? You might be the first
Exactly.
person that is come and talk to them.
Yes, exactly.
And I like to do that just as a coach too, just because I like to watch parents in the crowd. I don't get to do that during coaching.
Right.
I only can hear some of their fun things that they have to say.
Yes.
But it's just good to see like who is here supporting their kids and, which isn't, sometimes it's not possible for everybody. I'm not saying they have to come, but
yeah. Well, like our Women's Wednesday, when we asked like the gems of McCook, because I don't know if that's how you stated it.
Yep.
But we can be the advocates for like sharing all the great things about our community. Then someone's students like, oh, if you need to go somewhere to eat, like here's a place. And
Exactly.
It's only like, and especially McCook, everything's less than 5 minutes away.
Yep.
So you can give pretty easy directions for them to get somewhere. Like if you're heading
Yeah.
downtown to have a donut at St. Nert's or go eat at El Porto or head over to the Loop or Citadeli or wherever, you can get them off like, and I love our fast food places. They're great too, but like to get
Yes.
them downtown on the bricks. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun. Good job.
what else? Oh, we were talking about funny stories, right? That's happened to us. So you
Yes.
had the spider incident,
It's okay. It's not more of an it's more of like, I don't know.
a traumatizing event.
Yes. There we go. Thank you. I
Okay,
feel like that
gosh.
titles it better. Yes. Go ahead.
I really haven't had anything funny, but I need to start keeping track of the things that my kids say.
Yes.
And just like it's definitely stemming from trips going to preschool at a Christian preschool and then like going to church. And he always uses it in the right context, which I love. So yesterday we were painting our Mother's Day gifts for Nana and my grandma. And so like, of course I don't have anything at my house to put down on my table, which is like, I don't know, like we don't get the newspaper. I don't
Right.
have like an old sheet.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, hoping for the best, just.
It's never, I'm just telling you right now, that's not good.
And so Tripp's like kind of like acting like Picasso and he's like slapping paint everywhere. And I was like, hey, listen, do not get paint on my table. And he's like, yes, ma'am. And then he starts painting. I was like, Tripp, what'd I say? Do not get paint on my table. And he looks at me, he's like, Mom, this isn't your table. I was like, Yes, it is. He's like, this is God's table.
Oh, burn.
Because he's like, and everybody can come to God's table. And I'm just like,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right?
That's a lot.
It is. And he's done a few of these things. I'm like, he's listening.
Yes.
Which is so great. And I
Yes.
just like, I'm just like,
And in that moment, what we got,
Yeah.
like, you'd want it to be a special memory. And sometimes
Yeah.
as moms, it's so hard for us to stop and be like, this
you
is
know
a
what?
moment.
Yeah, I can wipe it off later.
Yes.
I can get that magic eraser
Yes.
out and I
Oh.
can scrub it.
Yeah.
But it was so cute. He's like, this is God's table. And he's like, and everybody can come to our table.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, I love him.
I have a large table in the front of our dining area. And when it was first new, I was kind of protective of it.
Mm-hmm.
And when the girls, I always have them do their homework and their schoolwork at the table. Well, Celia was not using like anything underneath it. And it's kind of a softer wood.
Ooh, so the writing.
Oh, so I see her
yeah.
name, a couple words, and then several math problems. And at first, like, I was really upset about that. And I'm like, you know what? In 40 years, well, let's hope let's put it a little smaller than that. Let's do 20 years. My age 40 is really pushing the longevity. I'm like, I'm going to love that memory. I'm going to love that. And my other table that's way older has some fingernail polish. It's not going anywhere. And a couple, like pencil things that were,
Makes it better stories.
does. It's the story.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
huge. But if anything happens to me from now till we're done with our podcast, get to my house first. Okay. Because there's some stuff that needs put away. The laundry is mountainous.
Okay.
Because we've just kind of had a crazy in
Right.
school. So
Yep.
go ahead and just kind of, you won't like burn everything in the kitchen, but like if you just throw everything in a garbage bag and take it out.
Before everyone comes.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
I was talking with a girlfriend of mine and she said, and like, this is one of the things like I try to do better at ever since I've read those books that you had told me to read, which we're going to get her on this podcast. Like, I am bound
I
and
know.
determined.
It's going to happen.
But I was just like, like I'm leaving my house. Like I need to sit here and like clean it. And cause it's kind of just like falling away and there's so much stuff going on. And she's like, I am perfectly okay leaving my house a disaster. My house will always be here no matter what. And I can't make these memories again today.
Oh.
And I was like, that's a good point. I need to be better at that. But for me, like I get so like,
Yep.
I have people coming. So I'm just like, I gotta clean and do laundry. And I'm like, if I don't have at least 6 hours to the house, like, but
She was talking to me telepathically then because my house, it's.
yeah. And I'm like, I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah.
Just going to let it go.
Yeah.
So
But our motto always is like, do a little now so you don't have to do a lot later. Like,
Yep.
just do the little stuff. So if someone does stop by, it's fine. Like,
Doesn't
we're not
look that bad.
I'm not going to spend 8 hours cleaning for you to come over. I'm just not.
Yeah.
Like, our friendship and whoever I'm having over loves me for me. And they're not going to want me to have that stress or burden. So it's like, it's going to be cleanish and you'll be fine. You're not going to get a staph infection. Come on in. Sit on the couch. Oh, let me grab those M&Ms in that bag of Cheetos. Thank you, Kenlyn, who leaves everything. Speaking of Kenlyn, she's ready for her episode.
Oh, she is. We need to get her and Letty on.
Gosh, she's just like roaring. But anyway,
And I think I'm going to start like a new little part of our podcast where I read out of the journal.
oh yes.
Which, if you guys do not have these and you have kids, you need to get like a 3 or 5 year one question a
I
day
gotta
journal.
yes.
And I'll just send you the one I ended up getting. But like,
Yes,
I have to read out of the one that you gave me first. And I think I'm going to read like 2 questions a day on our podcast because they are so funny. Like Trip,
Yes.
his future, he just wants to be tall or like he wants to be big and he wants to be able to cuss.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Which, you say that and then you
Yeah.
go back to him and his God comments and it's just like, he's like,
Where's this all going to meet up?
yeah, it's like most of the questions are like, what do you want to do when you get older? And he's like, I want to be like dad and cuss. And I'm like,
Good one, Clay.
okay,
Nice job.
Yeah. Okay. Trip.
That is so great. Yeah, I need to get those. I need to get that. Yeah.
It's so cute. And then like the questions that they like, if it has like a student, like who's your best friend? Or like, if you were canoeing down a rapid, whatever river, who would you take with you? And it's like, oh my gosh, like these will be
yeah.
great when
Yeah.
they're seniors.
Yes.
Either they'll A, be really great friends or be like, who's that kid?
That's so beautiful.
It's great. But
I didn't get to tell you about the other funny thing that happened to me that Jake sent me outside to play catch with the girls, softball.
oh,
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's not my jam. Like,
No.
I can do a lot of things and I consider myself semi-tough and somewhat athletic. I can handle most situations. Not softball.
it's fast.
It's fast.
Yeah.
And that ball is hard. They call it soft. That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a bold-faced lie. There's nothing soft about it. And I just told him, you can't send me out. I'm going to teach them bad habits. Because it's more, for me, it's the rules of dodgeball.
You're protecting yourself.
Yes, duck, dive, dodge.
Shut your eyes,
duck.
open the mitt, go.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's, no. No.
Thank gosh
So-
we didn't get in that softball tournament
Oh
then.
no, I would have literally been the bench person. But going to like if we had that and like if the question would be like if you're on a team, who would you pick? My girls will not be picking me to play on their softball team. But if it's a different team, volleyball, basketball, pickleball,
Yeah.
maybe someday golf.
You know what?
They would pick me.
I think our next Women's Wednesday, the word pickleball might be included.
It is gonna be
it's
something
gonna
that
come.
could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but if you've not played pickleball, you need to get your life in order.
You
Yeah, I played, girl.
You're probably part of the Tuesday night YMCA pickleball league, aren't you?
What? There's a league on Tuesday nights?
Yeah, that's one of those nights. All the people come out and play. The
What?
go-getters. You got your Cindy Pohl,
Oh, Cindy Pohl. She's probably teaching the tumbling class
Michaelis, the Michaelis guy, the dad.
yeah.
You have Hens.
Yes.
Todd. He's
Oh,
really big
he's-
into it.
yeah.
And then there's like the queen of McCook pickleball person. I don't know her
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I am not. I've not been invited around that table / net. But I would be there. And I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to wait for an invitation because
You're
that's
just gonna
not-
go.
That's not what it's all about either. Sometimes you
That's
just got to be willing to just show up and not wait for someone to invite you because you know what? When they're going to play, that's not what they're always thinking about. They're just wanting to play.
That's exactly right.
Yep, I'm going to be there.
All right, Lena.
Okay.
Well,
This
people
is us.
probably got done, or they're probably tired of listening to us and want to hear some people.
That
Stay
can never
tuned.
happen.
Next week's episode is going to be top notch.
Yep.
And I'm going to try starting to post like who we have like on the lineup every month. So it's like, okay, here's
yeah.
who we have. So like you guys know, and then that also keeps us in check. So we
Yeah,
remember.
they're like, oh yeah, wait, we're done after tomorrow.
Yeah.
We need to get in the studio.
Probably learn how to run this equipment again.
Yeah.
But you know how we always, we go off. We always have to say one person that we're grateful for.
Yes.
And I thought of somebody here the other day and I was like, this is the person I'm grateful for. Now I cannot remember. So that's
that's amazing.
helpful.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Well,
I do know.
okay, go.
Just a group of people, not even just like one person, individual.
Yep.
Okay, this is very, I need to do better. I work at McCook Community College. We have one of the best EMT paramedic programs like
Truth.
in the nation.
Truth.
Right?
Yes.
I have been asked to do part of their skits, and I'm like, this is a joke, whatever. Until you actually need either a first responder or an EMT, you have no idea how amazing and how much they put on the line for other people. And I have just an utmost respect for anybody in that field. Because we had a small incident here not that long ago. I'm not going to get too into it because then I'll be a blubbering mess here. But like how fast people can get there to possibly save somebody's life and to also not just work with that person, but the people involved, like mom, crazy mom, or whoever. Like I just completely like so much. Like I've been meaning to like email Joy and be like, I love everything that you do here for our college and the people that you're training out, to do good in the world.
Right.
And like, I literally even had I was like, am I in the wrong field? Like, I feel like I need to give back.
Right.
And maybe I need to be a first responder because like, you never know.
You don't.
And from my understandings, first responders, that's like kind of like a volunteer thing.
Yes,
Like
it
either
is.
you're a first responder volunteer for the fire or the fire department or whatever. And with our situation, that was the first person that was at our house within 9 minutes of me on the phone with 911. And I'm like, this man had to drop everything he was doing in his house and come to our house
Yes.
to possibly save my child.
Yes.
And I'm like, I could also do that. I think it'd be a little bit different. I'd be able to handle situations different when they're not my own kids. This is the first time I've ever had to deal with anything that was like with my own child. And I wish that on nobody.
Right.
But yeah, I'm so grateful for anybody in that portion of the medical field.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, that leads me into mine. Mine person, it's Tara Boyd. She is the coach for my oldest daughter, Vivi, for Mayhem.
Which I love that name, by the way.
Right.
It's so fun.
So good.
So fun.
And this group of girls, like, they are in it to have fun. And I love everything about it. And the parents and the families. But, you know, like, I know what my job is. I know it's tough. I'm a librarian. But for these people who have jobs that, like, go to an environment where lives are on the line and the stress and the energy that it takes from their life, from their family, from their day, and then they go and volunteer for something else. Sweet mother of pearl.
They have
Like,
an automatic,
God bless you.
automatic ticket through the Golden Gate.
Yes. I'm like, it is insane. I mean, and I'm not minimizing the rest. It takes all types to make our world go around. And like, to all the librarians out there, you bring a great special light to most people's days. But I'm not leaving my job so overwhelmed and having maybe lost a precious life. And then I got to go volunteer for sometimes a very unappreciated piece of my day. They don't just leave it when they walk out the door. Like, that stuff is heavy.
They have to like rock and roll with that.
And then they keep giving back. So thank you, Tara Boyd, and all you others who are saving lives every day.
Yep.
And doing great things.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Well, and thank you to everybody for listening to us now for a year.
Yes.
You know, maybe a year from now we'll be like, listen, we had no idea that SNL wanted us.
Boom.
But here we were. We were a guest.
Yep. We were.
Still trying to get Lena to do something big, but she's being
my allergies.
weak.
Yep, I am.
Aren't you doing a show all by yourself, though?
What? No.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yes, you are.
Where?
You told me. You literally told me for the opening for Willow.
That's not a show. I'm just volunteering.
No. She asked us to do a show.
What?
Yes. And I'm like, I'm not going to be there, but Lena can do it. And you said you were going because you got it. So I thought you were doing it by yourself.
I'm just going to be handing out treats.
Are you sure?
I don't know. Now I'm sweating.
Because I literally...
No, I'm just helping.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
Amy,
so.
We need to talk Willow.
I'm quite sure.
Grand opening.
Yeah, because I was like, no, Lena can handle that one by herself.
No.
Because I'm going to be gone in Oklahoma.
No. I'm probably
I'll have
cutting
somebody
hair.
film it.
No.
I'll have somebody
painting
film.
nails. No. All right, let's rock this out.
Okay,
I gotta
hold on.
make a phone call real quick.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Amy.
Thank you everybody for listening to another episode of Coaching, Caffeine, and Comedy. I'm your host.
Oh, sweet.
Here we go. Hayley Cobes.
And I'm Lena.
Yeah.